What do they do to sync up audio? I'm a professional. I'm sick. I'm distracted. I'm without a job, and we're gonna make a sandwich tier list. I have no great plans to continue to do this, but we will see. Gotta stay busy, gotta stay happy, gotta stay healthy. Then we can jump right off with it. I don't know how to get rid of ads, so this one's just gonna sit over this side of the thing. It bothers me a lot, but that's kind of the theme of today, is gonna be bothering me. I'm just gonna go in order. It seems like the right thing to do, because they're numbered. And we're gonna start with the bacon, egg, and cheese. It kind of looks like it's on like almost like a croissant-like roll. It's got like striations of some kind, and I love a breakfast sandwich, so it's gonna be hard. Also, I just frankly, I think this is gonna be a high quality tier list, meaning you're just gonna end up with a lot in these upper echelons, because it's hard to go wrong. It's hard to go wrong, but we'll see. Bacon, egg, and cheese. I mean, at minimum, it's an A tier sandwich. It's great for breakfast, but it's also a great sandwich if you're a little hungover. It's a great sandwich if you're on your way to being a little hungover. I used to grab one of these bad boys after swim practice. I used to go hard, layer on an extra egg, an extra piece of cheese when I was at home. But I'll admit that my dad only ate turkey bacon, so I'm assuming this is actually better than the turkey bacon variation. A grilled cheese is another kind of staple Sammy. I'm not gonna assume any extra additions to these. So for example, this isn't a fancy grilled cheese. This ain't a brie and pickled onions. This ain't a served with tomato soup or a lobster bisque. This is just as it describes, a cheese sandwich filled with butter, fried, reading. And you know that's its own interesting journey. But I'm gonna say, you know, this looks like store-bought bread. This isn't sourdough, and I kind of love that. It looks like an American slice, store-bought bread. It's coming from the house. I think that this is probably done even potentially in a toaster. So I'm gonna say that that's an A tier sandwich. You crunch down on that bad boy about while watching Saturday morning cartoons. You're having a good time. Pulled pork sandwich. Looks like pulled pork shoulder, barbecue sauce, and coleslaw. Hoo-wee! That's a hell of a sandwich. Looks like it's almost on a hamburger roll. They really loaded us up in this photo. I like that. I mean, I got nowhere to put this but S. There's not even that much to say. It's delicious meat. I love coleslaw. I love barbecue sauce. I hope it's a creamy coleslaw, but a vinegary pulled pork barbecue sauce. A little bit of heat cut by the cream of the coleslaw, but neither of those is giving us any information here. So we're gonna just say that's a winner chicken dinner and move on. And then we're going back to back, which is just a crazy world we live in, with the banh mi, which I think may be my favorite sandwich. I haven't vetted anything down here, but I think banh mi may take the top. Meat, pickled vegetables, cilantro. This one says mayo, but you know, is what it is. French roll, normally really crispy, crunchy bread, crunchy jalapenos. It has carrots. You got your herbs. It's herby. The meat is normally a really tender pork or chicken. Just an absolute, dude, I can taste it right now. It's actually crazy. I am hungry. I'm sick, so I got like chicken soup. That's not hot enough. Oh. Oh, hey, Amos. How long have you been here? That's hilarious. I'm gonna be gone for the next I don't know, little bit of time, and then I'll be right back in call. Brother, I was in Discord. That's crazy. I'm just recording myself, recording a video, just putting that in the world. That's stupid as hell. Dude, the soup's hot. It's gonna be delicious now. It's like the 4th time I microwave this bad boy. It's good shit. But yeah, no, banh mi, perfect sandwich. No notes. Combination of French and Vietnamese inspiration. Yeah, nope, that's about all there is to say about that. BLT, love a BLT. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich with mayo on a toasted Sammy. Sometimes they come with an extra slice of bread in the center, kind of doubling down. You get the crunch, you get the crispiness of the lettuce, you get the juiciness of the tomato. I like to put a little salt and pepper on my tomato, but that's just me. Is it better? Is it a better sandwich than a bacon, egg, and cheese? I mean, look, bacon, egg, cheese is a breakfast thing. Also, did I earlier say Saturday morning cartoons and a grilled cheese? That shit's crazy. I meant like a day off from school, like snow day, lunchtime, grilled cheese. That shit's insane. BLT, you know, something I've grown into as an adult. Bought one at a diner not too long ago, and it just hit the motherfucking spot on a little road trip. Not something not too heavy, something keep me going. Great sandwich. I think it might be the staple. A sandwich is either better or it's worse than a BLT, and a BLT divides the group 50% on top, 50% below. That's a crazy thing to say, seeing how many more sandwiches we have here, but we'll see. Maybe I'll put that grilled cheese bit when I was talking about the grilled cheese. Classic Italian sub, cured meats, oil, vinegar, onion, lettuce. Honestly, that's a slightly better than BLT, but it's so good, dude. They got a place here in LA that sells mortadella and salami and hot peppers, and it is just incredible. Just one of the best sandwiches I ever had. Honestly, I think I'm gonna slide this up to the S tier. I'm not gonna put it before pulled pork, but these are, we got our American South, we got our French Vietnamese inspiration, and then we got our Italian sub, just kind of crushing it across the board up there in terms of our sandwich. The Thanksgiving turkey stuffing cranberry sauce, cut on what looks like kind of a seedy bread into triangles. To be honest with you, grilled cheese should be triangles, but I guess I'm just gonna spend the whole time actually going back to the grilled cheese and complaining about it, but that's fine. I'm not a super post-Thanksgiving sandwich guy. Like, I get the turkey, it's not sliced turkey, you got your chunks of turkey, you got your stuffing, but putting bread on bread just doesn't really sound like my move. You know, I know I've had one of these from Wawa before. Around this time of year, they sell like a Thanksgiving with gravy on it. The gravy's good. I like the gravy, but it just it gives you a soggy bread, and I don't need that. I don't need that almost ever, if I'm being honest with you. It's a little too much. It's messy, and it's not messy in the greasy way that like a bacon, egg, and cheese is, or even the way the pulled pork is. I don't find the flavors to be all that complimentary. The turkey's not salty enough for the sweetness of the cranberry. The stuffing is not herby enough. It's just kind of always other soggy bread. I put my soggy bread on my soggy bread. This is debatably in my mind a D tier sandwich, but because I haven't really fleshed out these bottom categories, I'm kind of going easy on it. A lobster roll. lobster meat, mayonnaise, and does that say celery? I guess I'd say just like a little bit of like chopped celery or something, because I ain't never seen a lobster roll with a stick of that bad boy sticking out of it. They got a lemon in the picture. I mean, it looks good. I love a lobster roll. I love a cold lobster roll. I love a hot lobster roll. I like them with butter. I like them when they're creamy. Toasted bread. It is very much a wannabe hot dog bun. I don't really understand the Texas toast element of a lobster roll, but you're not gonna hear me complain about it. You know, if somebody's pulling. The problem is, like, it's gotten to the point where the name lobster roll means so much that you're charging $25. Doesn't matter if it's good or not. It says lobster roll, and that's horseshit. Turkey club. Honestly, a turkey club is, in my mind, just a worse version of a BLT. This says turkey, lettuce, tomato, bacon, and mayo. To be honest with you, it just means a lot less bacon, more sliced deli turkey. The cucumber that's kind of pictured here, you know, I don't think it's on the list, but it's fine. But I just think it's a worse version of a BLT. What are we doing making a turkey club? It's a mistake. It's a mess. It's just not worth our time. Tuna melt, tuna salad, cheese. That's a hard thing to grade, because I love tuna salad sandwiches, and I love grilled cheese. I don't love warm. I don't know if you guys can hear that. The cat shitting. I don't love a warm. I don't love a warm fish. I don't know what it's about. Tuna salad, I love to put onions in it and celery and salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of lemon juice, mayonnaise being the primary binder, but I don't know, I just don't love a warm fish. I do think it's better than the Thanksgiving, that's for dang sure. And it could be debatably low B tier, but it ain't higher than B, and it's not better than a BLT. Is it better than a turkey club? I don't think so. I think I'm taking the turkey club. Fried chicken sandwich, fried chicken breast, lettuce, tomato. So I mean, like, the quintessential fried chicken sandwich at this point in our existence is Chick-fil-A, and I think that's kind of what we think of. But they don't do your lettuce and tomato. They got the extra. They got the deluxe version. But to be honest, I mean, a fried chicken, no matter where you're getting it, it's good shit. It's really good shit. And I may even suggest that a fried chicken sandwich. I think a fried chicken sandwich is better than a bacon, egg, and cheese. I don't think it's better than a lobster roll, but I have them a lot more often. You can get this. This is ubiquitous as a part of sandwich culture, whereas some of these other things are a little less common. You're not going to run across a tuna melt at many places except for maybe a diner. Whereas a fried chicken sandwich, I mean, I can't go down the street without seeing an ad for Popeyes or whomever. So, yeah, I mean, it might be the quintessential A. Like the most A tier, always A. Hard to go wrong with sandwich on the list. Cheesesteak. It doesn't specify the Philly variety, but I'm just going to say, based on the imagery here, that we're not doing a slice like the bacon, egg, and cheese. We're doing cheese whiz. Thinly sliced, dang, beef, cheese, and onions. I mean, I love a cheesesteak. And if I'm being honest with you, I think a cheesesteak is kind of a better grilled cheese. You got the thin sliced beef. Sometimes they come with peppers. Sauteed peppers and onions, which is good stuff, but it's real good. And I don't know if I should take that back. I've had a lot of really great cheesesteaks in the years. So okay, it's hard to imagine having a bad one, but I'm sure they could get soggy if they weren't like, I don't know, if you waited too long. That feels really unideal. Soggy cheesesteaks probably way further down on the list. But yeah. Cubano. Ham, pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard. I don't know, maybe this is a hot take. I don't know how the world feels about Cubanos. I fucking love a Cubano sandwich, dude. These guys go so fucking hard. Come with me real quick. These motherfuckers go so hard, it's insane. You're like, it's a hot LA day, been working hard. You sit down with a fucking soda, whatever you're into, Fanta orange, get yourself a Sprite, get yourself a Powerade. You slap down one of these guys. They're thin, they're pressed kind of panini style. They fit in your hand kind of the way like you can just hold the whole end of the sandwich. You bite through it, you get the soft, crispy edge of the bread. Soft, crispy. Remember those two things happening simultaneously. That's important. You got the crunch of the pickle. You got the yellow mustard and the meat. Oh my god, dude, these are crazy. These are slept-on sandwich. This is like I don't know what the problem is with people these days, but like these sandwiches go so fucking hard, and they don't get enough respect. These days. What's wrong with people these days? Anyways, meatball sub. It's a soggy sandwich, dude. How soggy does it get? That's kind of how you evaluate where it ends up. I know a guy. I'm looking at you. You're gonna complain about this placement, but you're a dumb idiot, and I respect you, unfortunately. So, you will single-handedly raise this sandwich one whole tier from where I typically put it. Because I might put it down there with Thanksgiving, but I think we can accept that at times this can be a B tier sandwich. I made one myself at home actually not too long ago with I bought Italian meatballs and I used like harissa paste, and that was really, really good. But I mean, I ate that thing exactly 10 seconds after the bread came out of the toaster. So I didn't have any time for the tomato sauce to kind of smush down the bread. And when I think of this, I just think of how Subway or like Quiznos used to do a meatball sub, and they'd get the bread and they'd toast it, and then they'd put your meatballs on, and then they'd be like, okay, which cheese do you want? And you'd select the cheese, bread soaking. And then they'd be like, do you want us to melt the cheese? And you'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, okay, put that in there. Bread's still soaking in the sauce. They wouldn't check you out at that point. They would stand there watching the toaster in case, I don't know, like the only cooking tool in their entire oven burst into flames. And then they'd take it out, smush that bad boy, just absolutely crush him so that we know that sauce is touching every inch of potentially crispy bread. And then wrap that sucker up like they were trying to fit it all in a burrito, further smushing the entire bad boy. And then they'd be like, how are you going to pay for that? I'm like, we could have done this payment thing 3 minutes ago, and the bread wouldn't be so I just got bad vibes from the meatball sub community. Croque Monsieur, ham bechamel, Gruyere, Dijon mustard. So, I mean, the elephant in the room, right? It's French, and like that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be French. It's embarrassing to be, looking at it. I don't know how you're eating it. You're covered in cheese. I've never had one. And you know what? All is fair in many, many things in this world. If I've never had it, it's pretty hard to grade. The ingredients sound good. The ingredients sound not dissimilar to my Cubano that I love so very, very much. Ham, cheese, mustard. I do think it's missing like something. Maybe the Dijon mustard gives it a little bit of spice or something like that. But it just kind of sounds like a grilled cheese, if I'm being honest with you, that you threw a slice of ham in. It's got mustard. You done? Thank you. But because I haven't had it, I can't rank it higher than a C tier. I won't put it alone in the bottom. And then we have followed that with the croque madame. Ham, bechamel, Gruyere, Dijon mustard, fried egg. It's the same damn sandwich. This is over-representation. This is the problem with these people. Reuben, corned beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, Russian dressing. So this is actually kind of interesting because I don't believe a Reuben actually has to be a Russian Reuben. I believe you can have corned beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and call it a day. And when you add Russian to the sauerkraut, it becomes Russian slaw or Russian sauerkraut, which is, you know, a little bit different. But I could be wrong. Anyways, I love a Reuben. It's on rye bread. Some people aren't a fan of rye bread. I love it. It's good shit. Honestly, a grilled cheese on a rye is delicious. Normally have this like slab of deli meat. Love Russian dressing. It's so good. I love the sauerkraut kind of pickliness of the sauerkraut. Is he going to microwave it again? And honestly, I'm putting that up here with the fried chicken sandwich. And honestly, I've thought about it for another 6 seconds. I'm moving lobster roll down below Reuben. I don't think that's in the right place. That can't be right. Science-wise, you know, I'm just doing the math. The physics of it don't add up. Obviously, I'm thinking New York. Lived in Connecticut. It's not the same place. It's way worse. But great sandwich. Little bodega down the street. Guy back there, huge beer belly. And he didn't like to talk. And I'd walk in, and the store, like, they had been there for like a decade, but it looked like they just moved in because all they had was like a single rack. There were also those hat racks that spins, or like something you look for keychains with your name on it in like a gift shop, but it had clothespins attached to it that held the bags of chips on, just like Lay's and whatever. And I'd grab a bag of chips, and then it had a deli counter, but the deli counter wasn't like one continuous counter. It was like made up of all the shit that they had found 10 years ago when they moved in, and it was like the drink, like fridge, low, a big wooden shelf that just hid part of the counter behind it, that always had like pickles on it for whatever reason, and I just walk up and they had like a handwritten piece of styrofoam that was like up on the wall behind it that just said like the kinds of sandwich. It didn't even list the meats, except a big sticker that said boar's head. And I used to get a Russian Reuben for lunch, except I got it on a French roll because it was just, you got way more for the same price. Yeah, it was delicious. Anyways, I hope they're doing well. Shout out to wherever that was. Gyro, grilled meat, tomato, onion, tzatziki. I love a gyro. I mean, that is a top tier sandwich. The Greeks, they can break into my heart by putting a bunch of men inside this sandwich and putting it outside my gates. That's all I'm saying. Oh, that's crazy? Fuck you. I love it. I think they're 10 out of 10. Sometimes you can get it with way too big chunks of tomato, and those aren't ideal. But I mean, garlicky, like, and you get these at a lot of places that come with French fries on top. Someone's using 100% of their brain. This is like that movie Limitless, if it was a sandwich. I love that. I love that for every part of the world that has one of these, and the benefit is a lot of part of the worlds have these. That's huge. Po' boy, fried seafood, lettuce, tomato, pickles, mayo, hot sauce. Whoo! I mean, this goes so hard. You can see the shrimp out here. I've only had shrimp and oyster po' boys. It is a sandwich that can get soggy, and that shit blows. Normally has shreddis on it, which doesn't really protect the bread in any real way. It's permeable, if you will. And that's, you know, it's good. A good one is great, but a bad one is terrible. It's similar with a lot of seafood things. And between the two, I think it evens them out to being a B tier sandwich. Definitely better than a turkey melt, but I don't think it's better than a BLT. And I'm starting to think that my cheesesteak placement was too high. I've never thought about something this hard in my life. Caprese, mozzarella, tomato, balsamic olive oil. That's a black olive oil. I was like, I never heard of that before. Oh, it says basil. I still can't read. Well, it should have balsamic on it. That's crazy. It looks like this one's been panini'd, if that can be used as a verb. That's awesome, man. Fuck you. And caprese is delicious. I mean, no notes. It can also be a soggy sandwich. I hate to say it, and I don't think it's better than a po' boy. It can be refreshing, but I gotta fucking hurry up. This is a long ass video for 6.5 people to watch. Patty melt, ground beef, patty, cheese, caramelized onions. Delicious. They got pickles in the picture. Once again, so you get these from the dining hall in undergrad. They went hard. You kind of press the bread. It only makes kind of like a hamburger uncrustable. Just a great sandwich. A great sandwich. I would put that as a. Honestly, no. Here's what we're gonna do. A patty melt is in my mind, a better grilled cheese. A cheesesteak is a worse patty melt. And if it doesn't have, that cat's going nuts. If it doesn't have onion and cheese, I'm gonna go check on it. I'm putting it down there with the po' boy. This video is gonna have to be edited. I don't know how to edit video. Egg salad, chopped boiled eggs, mayonnaise, lettuce, hopefully some salt and pepper, hopefully some celery seed, hopefully maybe some chopped onions in there. I like a little horseradish on mine. Looks like an untoasted slice of bread. This is a springtime sandwich. It's not an all the time sandwich. You know, like you have Japanese egg salad versus American egg salad. I do love a little bit of actually not lettuce but spinach on mine. Good fresh crisp spinach. Good sandwich, but I don't think it's anything to write home about. Is it better than a turkey club? No, but is it better than a caprese? Probably also not. And they serve a similar purpose. A French dip, roast beef sandwich dipped in beef jus. Might be the only acceptable soggy sandwich. But honestly, I just don't know why I'm selecting a French dip. Like, they got something else on the menu that's better, and it's French. Like, hard kind of pass. Like, I think that, like, it's only, I honestly, I think it's the pinnacle of a C tier sandwich. PB&J, classic lunch. I love a grape jelly. I love a strawberry jelly. I love a chunky peanut butter. I love a creamy peanut butter. I like whole wheat bread. I don't want to made fancy. Every fancy PB&J I ever had tastes like ass. It should have like a clear spot on the bread where you like leaned on your lunchbox and like the bread is almost see-through. That's how like smushed it's been. And you get the dense part of the sandwich and then the fluffy part of the sandwich. I mean, it's worth having. It's great to be around. I don't miss it when it's gone. That's an A-tier sandwich. But I'd rather have a BLT during lunchtime and a po' boy, but not a cheesesteak. The cheesesteak datum line is real here. It's very real. The torta, steak. What the hell is that? Is it beans, lettuce, tomato, avocado? I think that's a kind of cheese. Maybe at the end there, hard to say. I love a torta. How much do I love a torta? Right? Not more than I love a gyro. Not more than a lobster roll. Is it better than a BLT? I'm starting to think maybe BLT is just too low. I've been grading this shit weird, but I'm kind of getting a standard deviation here, so maybe I'm doing things right. I do love a torta. It's kind of like a Cubano. 1 second. Oh, that's just the automatic feeder for the wrap. I don't know what I thought that was. I thought maybe like a part of the ceiling was dripping. I think a torta is kind of a patty melt. You know, steak. We got our ground beef patty. We got tomato. The patty melts off. You got ketchup. It does have avocado, which is an improvement in my mind. You know, that's better. Honestly, it's a better patty melt. That's what a torta is. Flat, they get that same kind of profile to them. Normally given a little smush. Love them. They come in all different meats. I don't know why it says steak specifically, but you can get carne asada, you can get al pastor. Great stuff. No problems there. I've never actually had one at a restaurant. I only ever had them at a food trucks. But they look good, they smell good, they taste good. I mean, what more can you ask for? Roast beef, thinly sliced barbecue sauce. Thin sliced beef, thin sliced barbecue sauce. Thin sliced beef, barbecue sauce, or horseradish? No. You can have both those things and love. I love a roast beef sandwich. They're really simple. They can get soggy, but I love a roast beef sandwich. I love them with the horseradish, often like a horseradish mayo. Honestly, I've had a bunch of these here in LA with sprouts on them. That goes fucking hard. I do think that's better than a lot of things on this list. Sometimes though, a little too much bread, a little fluffy in the bread zone. You get like a last bite, it's like mostly bread because everything's been smushing out, and then you've been like turning the sandwich, and then you've been biting the meat off the outside. I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know if we should allow them to do that. I think maybe people just need to get taken to court, but we'll see. The judicial system's kind of fucked. Yaman beret, French ham, salted butter. I'll be honest with you, and this is putting myself out there a little bit. Editor, bleep that. It says French ham. It's ham. It's just ham. Good baguette is really important in this sandwich. I had one once on a Swiss airline flight where they just gave them to us. Everybody got this sandwich. It could be because I was 20,000 leagues in the air. It could be because I was hungry. It could be because I'd just seen a man buy like a $50,000 watch in the airport right beforehand, and I was still kind of flabbergasted that anything in an airport is allowed to be purchased. But it went so hard. It tastes so good. Butter, salted butter, ham, great bread. Really simple, really delicious. Just a worst BLT. Tonkatsu, fried pork chop, mayo, tonkatsu sauce. Another sandwich. They come out crazy fucking like wet. They trim the crust off. A great one, great. A bad one, terrible. Fried pork chop, delicious. Really simple sandwich. Again, I can't rate it higher than the one I just put here. It's not better than the ham, the French ham. We oink oink. A Monte Cristo. I'm pretty sure I've had one of these. Ham, turkey, Swiss cheese, fried and served with jam. So this is kind of your fancy ass grilled cheese. I've also seen these like made with like, they like fry them in a batter and shit. I'm not worried about that. Or they put like powdered sugar over them or something. Am I thinking of French toast? I shouldn't speak. I think I've had one of these. I think I ate it with a fork and a knife. Kind of a crime by itself. It's better than tuna melt. Oh, when I put my cursor right there, it looks like it's a D for a second. I thought it had 2 D tiers. Ham and cheese. Ham, cheese, lettuce, mustard. Honestly, it's just a worse version of something we've seen time and time again. A turkey club's better than a ham and cheese, but a French dip's also better than a ham and cheese. Ham and cheese is also a lunchtime meal. Oh, crap. Down here at the bottom, I think I gotta raise the Thanksgiving above the turkey melt and the Monte Cristo. Gotta keep it right. Maybe I go back. Bagel with lox, bagel with cream cheese, smoked salmon, onion, tomato. I learned very recently that the reason you get so much damn schmear on your New York bagels is because in the OG times, pre the commonplace element of refrigeration, the fridge, lox, salted fish was one of the things that you didn't have to keep cold, and so they would pack them in salt. That's why they were so insanely salty. And in modern times, smoked salmon isn't nearly as salty, but back in the day, bagels with lox was so salty that they were looking for something to add to it in order to cut the salt. To say like, let's keep this shit simple. And so they'd add cream cheese to the bagels that came out that same day to eat with the lox to make it palatable. Sometimes they, most of the time, I feel like they come with purple onions, lettuce, tomato, and capers as well. I love a bagel with lox. I mean, that is a good bagel with good lox. Even just for you, it's been mere moments, but for me, it's been a lifetime. We've microwaved the soup 12 more times. The earth's melted. We're doing bagels with lox. Bagel cream. Oh yeah, my recording location ran out of memory on the very first video, so that really bodes well to what hopefully this ends up being. Bagel with cream cheese, smoked salmon, onion and tomato. Bagel with lox, crushes it. Dude, I have no idea what I was talking about before, and I could go watch the video. I could, but I won't. It's an S tier sandwich. I don't get it as often as I'd like because lox can get expensive, even though it was supposed to be a cheap food. But it goes super hard. I think I told a story about the lox being real salty in the olden days. You believe that shit? No, it's a true story. Falafel pita. Falafel, lettuce, tomatoes, onion, cucumber, hummus. Honestly, it's just the worst version of falafel. I love falafel. I love it from any location. In the pita, it's a worse version of it. Honestly, the veggie pita, better than the falafel pita. The falafel with hummus, better than the falafel pita. It doesn't improve the quality of any of the items placed inside of the pocket, other than maybe its transportability. And I'm not running anywhere with a falafel pita. It's just not gonna happen. And for that reason, it's off the island. I think it's down here. I don't think it's great. Chicken salad, chopped chicken, mayo, celery. It's just worse tuna salad. You know what's crazy is that tuna salad isn't on here. I'm realizing that now. Tuna salad's not even a participant. They didn't even get notes. So it's not the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Cold tuna salad versus cold chicken salad. I'm taking tuna salad any time. Cold tuna salad over cold egg salad, which is right here. I'm taking it every time, but they didn't give me tuna salad. It's not on here. Okay. Here. I'll make you a deal. Croquette madame. I will edit in to say tuna salad. It will say tuna salad right here. Number 16, tuna salad. Ingredients, the shit that Morgan expects on a tuna salad. A cold tuna salad sandwich. Love it. She is elegant. She is dashing. She is handsome. She has little chopped pickles, little chopped onions, little bit of mustard, a lot of mayo, little spritz of lemon juice. The bread is crispy and toasted. I mean, this is a delicious lunch any time of the year. It is a BLT. It's as good as a BLT in my mind. Crispy, nice, crunchy, single piece of lettuce. So good. Chicken salad. It's this, but much worse. The meat has very little flavor. Often comes out of a can. People like to sweeten chicken salads with like raisins and shit. Blech. What are we doing? We used to be a country. I think a chicken salad's my least favorite sandwich on the list right now. That's crazy. Veggie and hummus. What are we doing? Why are we here? This is the kind of sandwich that prompts philosophers to, give up. Cucumber, tomato, avocado, carrot, sprouts, and hummus. It's fine, but hummus isn't really a great sauce. I don't mind a veggie sandwich. Pile it high with crunchy things and some avocado and maybe some Russian dressing. But hummus is just not a great sauce. This is gonna come out dry, like no matter how you cut it. So for that reason, I'm out. I'm sure it will get funding from somebody, but that somebody's not me, and it must be hard to be them. Hard to be them. Couldn't be me. I think it goes between these two because this is kind of the line where I start disliking the sandwiches. So maybe it goes like that. Okay, we found our line. D is for dislike. C is for good enough. B is for we cut this. Bologna. Bologna. A bologna sandwich. Bologna. Mustard. I love a fried bologna sandwich. You put that slice on them so they don't pucker up like your pepperonis do when you fry them in the pan. Mustard's great. A little bit of mayo. You can throw a slice of cheese on this bad boy, but it does start getting pretty normy. It starts looking like other sandwiches, right? I think it's the worst version of the ham and cheese. Worst version of the ham and cheese. Italian beef, roast beef, green peppers. What the fuck is the last word? We're gonna open a new tab. Google this shit. Italian beef. Oh, is that just the term for lots of pickled veggies? Is that what that is? How do I say that out loud? Pickled veggies in oil and vinegar. All right. I mean, I love pickled veggies, so I've never seen that word before. Gardenier? How to pronounce? Giardiniera. All right. Italian beef, roast beef, green peppers. Giardiniera. That's the most American. I sound like that guy from Inglourious Bastards. Buongiorno. It is French dip cheesesteak cousin. Think it's better than French dip? I think it's worse than a cheesesteak. Let's do math. 1, 2, 3, 4 between them. We'll slide it under egg salad, above turkey club, above meatball sub. All right. Kentucky hot brown. What's wrong with us? Turkey, bacon, tomato, Monterey sauce. Is that what it says? I don't care. Bacadillo. Yamon bread rubbed with cut smeats. Why did this was off the rails so fast? I mean, I never was reading right, but this is crazy. This is a Spanish sandwich made with Spanish bread. Okay, thank you. Mayonnaise aioli, Yavon, which we love. It's a Spanish version of the Yvonne Beret. I'll put it right there with him. I'll do it a solid. Liverwurst, mustard, onions, cucumber, pickles. Cucumber pickles is crazy. To have both of those. Pickles just a cucumber, but pickles. There's something else here too. There's something white in the middle that they're just. I guess that's maybe onions, but who the hell knows? Yeah, I mean, look, what are we doing here? It can be good. If I had a good one, it can be bad. If I had a bad one, I'll put it at the very bottom of me. Oh, I feel like it's just a bologna sandwich. It's just better because it added more stuff to it. Cucumber tea sandwich, cucumber unsalted butter. Now, I guess at this point we're asking new questions, like why is it called cucumber tea if there's no tea in the sandwich? I've had a cucumber salad sandwich that was actually really good. Super fresh and crunchy. This one kind of looks like ass. This one looks like bad food. So for that reason, like I prefer to have the veggie and hummus. But I'm gonna do a little cheat here so we can see the whole screen a little bit better. And normally you're gonna eat this alone. No one's ever ordered just a cucumber sandwich. That shit's insane. So I think this is it. I think this is the well-reasoned, well-determined, thoughtful, creative, elegant, adjectives, definitive sandwich tier list. I'm sure there's some. Are there any sandwiches that aren't on here that like deserve an honorable mention? I mean, the hamburger ain't on here, but maybe a burger's a burger. I'm not gonna get it. If it's 2024, if we're having hot dog sandwich conversations, you could see your way straight to the Rage Comics area of the internet. Yeah, that's it. Bye.